Long-Term Care Seed is MRW's weekly 10-minute long-term care sales chat. We want to give you a seed you can plant with a prospect that will grow into a revenue-generating long-term care planning opportunity. Hello, my name is Tom Vassallo with MRW Financial Brokerage, and thank you for participating in this episode of Long-Term Care Seed. In this episode of Long-Term Care Seed, we're going to discuss the long-term care state legislative updates. I'd like to welcome Carrie Hartigan from Lincoln Financial. Carrie?
Hello, I'm Carrie Hartigan, Vice President of State Government Relations at Lincoln Financial. I'm here to provide an update on legislative and regulatory activity affecting long-term care. Let's start in California. As we've shared previously, the future of a California state-run program remains in the hands of its legislature, which just recently adjourned for the year without taking action on the matter. With a less than ideal budget climate and the sticker shock of a potential new program, coupled with tax increases, the legislature decided it clearly was not the best time for them to impose a tax increase on both individuals and businesses. It remains to be seen if there will be any movement in 2025 following the election and a new legislature. Staying on the West Coast, the Washington CARES Act remains the only state-run long-term care program in the country, even though it's not expected to pay out benefits until 2026. The program has continued to evolve since its launch, but is now being met with a new challenge. This November, Washingtonians will vote on ballot initiative 2124. If passed, the Washington CARES Act will become voluntary as opposed to mandatory, and will be amended to allow anyone to opt out of the program and the associated tax. If the ballot measure passes and participation in the program becomes optional, there is speculation that it will effectively destroy the program before it gets up and running, as it would no longer be actuarially sound. Minnesota is another state we're watching. The Minnesota Long-Term Care Partnership is a public-private arrangement between long-term care insurers and Minnesota's Medical Assistance Program, enabling residents who purchase long-term care insurance to have more of their assets protected if they later need the state to help pay for their long-term care. The state recently contracted a study for recommendations to their long-term care services and supports program. Multiple recommendations were made, including a state insurance program. However, it would take substantial funding and time to implement any of the recommendations. Some states are studying the impacts of long-term care, including Connecticut, Kentucky, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and Vermont. Others, such as Pennsylvania and New York, have seen bills proposed. With legislatures winding down in the looming election, it's unlikely there will be any additional or substantial activity in 2024. A focus on the topic of long-term care continues to grow in mostly blue states, where they are looking at solutions to address the high cost of elder care and the looming crisis. With an election upon us and potential turnover in the legislatures and state government, the issue will undoubtedly remain on the minds of lawmakers and require us and our industry peers to continue educating them on the value of private sector solutions. Lincoln Financial Government Relations will continue to monitor and contribute to these important conversations in the public policy arena directly and through our national trade associations. Thank you for joining us.
One of the one-page pieces at MRW Financial that we can brand for you is the consequences of self-funding long-term care. On that page, there is a video that discusses these future potential long-term care state changes. Let's review that video.
Today we delve into a crucial development in long-term care planning, pertinent to astute individuals like yourself. Recent trends show that as many as 19 states are contemplating a legislative model akin to Washington State's CARES Act. This model requires an additional tax be paid by those individuals that do not own qualified long-term care insurance. This shift represents a significant turn in how long-term care is approached, particularly from a financial and tax planning perspective. It's imperative to understand that potential future legislation could escalate taxes for those who opt to self-fund their long-term care. let's delve into why asset-based long-term care plans are becoming a key consideration. These plans not only offer a buffer against rising care costs, but also provide potential tax advantages. For those self-funding, this means navigating a possibly higher tax terrain in the coming years. A critical point to ponder is the precedent set by Washington. Residents had a limited window to secure long-term care insurance to circumvent the payroll tax. This scenario could very well be mirrored in other states. Asset-based long-term care plans stand out, especially for business owners, offering immediate tax benefits. More importantly, they may shield you from future tax increments, as demonstrated in Washington. To capitalize on these exemptions, proactive action is key, as these states may mandate having a long-term care policy in place before the law takes effect. Now let's address the benefits these plans offer. Beyond financial incentives, they ensure that your care needs are met without depleting your hard-earned assets. This foresight allows for a more stable and secure retirement phase, free from the anxiety of unforeseen healthcare costs. Incorporating asset-based long-term care plans into your financial strategy is not just a safety net, but a forward-thinking move. In closing, as we witness states grappling with the challenges of funding long-term care, the importance of personal proactive planning becomes paramount. Asset-based long-term care plans are more than just a safeguard. They are a strategic tool in your financial arsenal, empowering you to navigate the evolving tax landscape with confidence. Remember, in the realm of long-term care, preparedness is not just about securing your future, it's about crafting it with foresight and wisdom. Thank you for your time, and here's to making informed choices for a secure tomorrow.
Once again, my name is Tom Vasallo with MRW Financial Brokerage. I'd like to thank you for participating in this episode of Long-Term Care Seed. If there's anything I can help you with, please give me a call at 813-875-6331. Have a great day. Long-Term Care Seed is MRW's weekly 10-minute long-term care sales chat. We want to give you a seed you can plant with a prospect that will grow into a revenue-generating long-term care planning opportunity.